Peace and blessings, Scorpio. Willing you all are having a good evening. So I'd like to do a little bit of Mercury retrograde for focusing, because I believe that if you are prepared for the retrograde, it can work for you and not against you. It's all about being obedient to the things you know you're supposed to be doing during this time. So let's get started on yours. It won't be too long. So your bottom deck card is the World, and the World means literally what it is. The world is at your oyster. Everything is coming full cycle, and it's really seeing things coming back around, which makes sense completely, because what Mercury in retrograde is really having that revolving energy. But for in this case, it's like a justice being served, meaning like things are coming. The things that you deserve are going to be given to you. So this is a really good time during the Mercury in retrograde. It's going to give you the strength to be able to say the things that you normally didn't think you had the energy or the strength to say. And I will say that specifically for some of you, it's a relationship. There was a relationship that just went sour, just didn't go right. And so now it's like, I don't know, some of you may need to go to court, or there is something involving the court that has been looming or lingering, but just know that will be a focus. And as long as you've done everything you're supposed to do involving in that court case or something of that nature, then you will be fine. And if you haven't, you have about around September 9th. You know, you may be feeling a little icky and agitated at this moment because we are in the shadow of the retrograde. But as long as you are getting that together, then this court case, there's a justice card. It's things will come in your favor. I will say though that it will cost some pennies, you know, so you might have to save or borrow or loan or something like that, but it will be resolved in your favor. It is a time also during this time, because some of you have gotten into these legal issues because of a relationship. Some of you may be moving out, or, you know, splitting property, or, you know, or something like that. Or it could be some kind of communication, separation, not communication, whether it's like roommates or something like that. So you're in court because of this. You know, you're in court because of some exchange of money or something didn't happen, and the courts have to get involved. But it's a breaking up of a two. You know, something that was something that is no longer, or even a situation. So I will say with the Six of Pentacles is a time for your coins, pour into yourself, and when you have the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's a really good time to write and reflect and assess your emotions, because there may be a need to lash out, but just say what it is that you want to say instead of lashing out this season of the retrograde for you. Also, I will say, because, again, the retrograde is good for you if you are just mindful of your expression of lashing out. Just, you know, say how you feel, because things will be revealed that way. You catch more flies with honey than vinegar, is that what they say? But once you're able to say the things you need to say, things are going to be starting to be revealed. You know, you're going to be able to move into a better space, and you're just going to be able to have more energy, and you're going to be able to come out of a time of basically feeling depleted, after coming out of, you know, legal battles or situations, or you're finally going to get some kind of stability. But it's a reminder though of don't return to things that cause you stress and that you're healing from. You know, don't return to, and a lot of times this can be worry. Like if you're overstressing, do not go back to that habit, or you know, that first initial, I'm gonna panic. Don't do that. Because it's Mercury, you're gonna feel the need to do so, but that is also a call to check yourself and be like, hey, just be mindful. What are my patterns? So that's a good idea to journal. Like, what are my patterns and habits when things get tough? Do I do this? How do I do this? You know, what do I eat? Do I quit? What do I do? Do I go inward? You know, so that you're able to recognize it, so that you won't do these things. So, and then when you don't do those things, you'll be able to see how Mercury can enhance those things that are able to propel you forward in what it is you're trying to do. But when we in turn go into what, you know, can make us go back to old patterns, and we're going back into what we don't want to be revolving, we want to be evolving in this nature. So just just make sure that you are good to go in this season, and that you just be mindful of your patterns. Okay, Scorpio? All right. If you would like a private reading with me, you can contact me on Instagram at alienblackgirl_. That's the only one. I will never reach out to you. You reach out to me, or on Facebook. Okay? Peace. Happy retrograde.